Happy Friday, guys. WTF. We normally say welcome to Friday in that manner around here. Let's see what's going on in the news desk. When we come back, we got two exciting features for you.
Good morning. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says he will seek regional support against the move by banks operating in the Caribbean toward cashless transactions.
I have been very cautious in what I say about banks. Very cautious, very cautious. Because I have the responsibility, Mr. Speaker, as Minister of Finance. But, Mr. Speaker, how do you tell an elderly person in Bhutan that they cannot have cash transactions in a bank when they put the money in there? Mr. Speaker, and I'm going to bring that up with the Ministers of Finance in the region.
The Prime Minister made the comment during the sitting of Parliament on Tuesday. Some news out of Wasco now. As the dry season persists, the Water and Sewage Company continues to experience low production levels on the water supply network. The company says decreased inflow at its extraction points pose significant challenges to Wasco's ability to distribute water and has impacted service to various communities throughout the island. In response to these challenges, Wasco has implemented measures to manage the availability of water supply efficiently and to ensure equitable distribution via its valving system. The company says this water scarcity management plan will remain in effect until production levels have increased on the network. To date, valving in the north has commenced to the Hill 20, Kareli and Mondador systems. The island's south, the Dereso, Bellevue, Upper Saltibus, Lower Saltibus and Pastillas networks are being supplied via valving measures as well. St. Mary's College and Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School grabbed the top 3 spots at the recently held climate change coding competition. The Consumer Affairs Department launched the competition as part of World Consumer Rights Day activities.
We're looking at consumers, and we wanted to also get students involved because consumers' awareness, and they are the future. We know how climate change is affecting even now the future, how it will be. So we targeted the students to be able to come up with some solution through coding, because we know technology, students advancing technology, everything you hear the children now is technology.
The aim of the competition was to engage students with IT skills and to sensitize them on climate change as future consumers. The importance of making reading accessible to all formed a key highlight of the recent launch of the CAMDO-led Reading Month 2024. In a series of presentations engaging parents and students, dedication to exploring the worlds found between pages was outlined as providing significant opportunities for development.
It can teach us empathy, challenge our assumptions. It can empower us to think critically and act courageously. It is a bridge that connects us to new ideas, distant lands, and different perspectives.
The goal of this month, that's Reading Month, is to inspire a love for reading in children and adults alike, highlighting the benefits of literacy and storytelling. And that's where we end our story. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Lovely. Thank you, Kendall. Let's take a break now and come right back. The world of journalism, we are in the field and we get excited whenever we come across amazing persons doing amazing things in the field of journalism. And we caught up with St. Lucian lineage, because her parents is from here, who is quite a remarkable and respectable journalist over in the UK. She once spent a number of years at the BBC. Brenda Emmanuel is the name. Maybe you know it? Quite interestingly, I am on my business. I was just, invited to a panel discussion. Not much was discussed. I just know I was coming to a panel discussion as part of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, Arts of the City. And interestingly, I am here, and this is the amazing gem that we just fall upon. This is Brenda. Brenda Emmanuel is of St. Lucian heritage. Been in the UK, she's a journalist, been working in the UK for over 20 years with the BBC.
Well, on and off with BBC, and I'm now freelancing.
And you're now freelancing.
Yeah,
Brenda, I am so honored.
Thank
I am
you.
definitely honored. How are you?
I'm
Welcome
good.
home.
Thank you.
Well, you've been here. You've been
I
here a
come
lot.
as regularly as I can, and more and more this is feeling like home for
Like
me.
home.
Definitely.
Right, you're here to do some very strategic stuff,
I am.
but we want to talk a little bit more about yourself, because I
Sure.
doubt a lot, especially of our young generation, we need to show, the possibility of things that they can accomplish.
Of course.
And I think I want to take that angle here with you in terms of you becoming a journalist over in the BBC.
Yeah.
We in journalism in the Caribbean know how, maybe even the time you got involved, there was a particular type of person who would have gotten to do these things at that level,
and that's why
you broke that barrier.
Yeah, but that's why, to be honest with you, there was a very long time I wouldn't apply to the BBC because I felt it was all white, male, Oxbridge, and grad. As you can see, I don't fit into that category. And even when I applied for a job that was available there, I didn't tell anybody I was going for it because I thought, well, I'll probably get rejected anyway, and no one needs to know.
Oh.
But as the good Lord would have it, I applied, and I started working on a news and current affairs program called Kilroy, which is a bit like a magazine program, and I was a researcher on there. And then after that extended, I worked on a morning program, which was breakfast time, and then I worked in youth programs, and then that's when I started becoming a reporter and a researcher, and my career evolved from there.
Right. Now, for persons who may not know, some of your work that stands out, that persons, can relate to you to date, just for measure, so the young people can understand.
I guess the most significant thing today that most people say, I've been an arts, culture and entertainment correspondent for the last 18 years. I was headhunted by the BBC when they were revamping their news programme, and they wanted someone specifically to focus on arts and culture. Before that, I worked in news and current affairs. I was a news journalist, doing all sorts of things, and then I was a freelance writer, and I did radio programs as well. I worked with community radio programs, doing lots of art, and my preference seemed to draw towards that. I enjoyed news and current affairs.
Right.
Then I started doing arts when I worked for a newspaper, and eventually I guess I found my calling. So I've done that. So I've interviewed, I guess, the A-list celebrities. I go to art gallery openings. I do documentaries. I've done a variety of documentaries for BBC World. I've done documentaries on the Tate Modern, which is a high established international arts institution. I did a documentary on Princess Diana and how she used fashion as for power. I did a documentary recently on Africa fashion, and now I did a podcast series called Kiss My Black Side.
That one was quite interesting. I'm hearing the title and I'm like,
well, I wanted it to be spiky, but I wanted it to be non-apologetic, and it was a celebration of black creatives, actually, and in their own words, and having conversations amongst themselves about film, about dance, about theatre. And I left the BBC 3 years ago, partly because I wanted to grow and I wanted to scale myself. So I now have a freelance production company. I'm a non-executive director at Faber Publishers.
Wow.
I'm on the board of the Royal Academy exhibition, and I'm a chair of an international dance company as well as the other stuff that I do.
you're very direct and passionate about what it is, what the mark you would like to leave on this field and on the world in general.
I see myself as a champion of arts and culture. So I guess that's the way I put it. When I think about my value system, I love to, I like to inspire, I like to entertain, I like to grow as well. I like doing work, I guess, that challenges me and is slightly outside my comfort zone, because otherwise you never grow. And that's one of the reasons I left the BBC. I think my mother found it quite hard to understand why I felt to go. But I'd done most of the things I felt I could do there. There's only so many celebrities that you can interview. There's only so many documentaries you can make. And the stuff I wanted to do, it wasn't coming quick enough for me.
Right.
And I got slightly impatient. And also I thought that I had more to give. That's why I like coming here. I'm doing some stuff with the tourist board here. And I'd like to do more. I would love to do more in the Caribbean and in America. So I see this as a chance to, I guess, expand my portfolio.
Now, we've got to wrap up, but you're here and we just had a discussion about diversity and inclusion in journalism. If you were to, leave anything with our young budding of journalism, journalists on the island in general, if you'd like to leave something on that topic, what would you like to drive home?
I would say the whole art of journalism is, and the privilege of journalism is storytelling. It's being able to tell unique stories, and particularly in your own unique way. So I think do your homework, make sure that you're professional and that you're committed to the profession. Be authentic, so be yourself, and realize that every single one of us have our own unique fingerprint, so we all have something to say. Be dynamic and interesting, and I think if you're a journalist, ultimately you've got to be curious, you've got to be excited and in learning and growing, and you've got to be excited about sharing your knowledge and your stories with other people. And I think passion is what's driven me, and curiosity is what's driven me. And I think you're on an island that has so much to give. Celebrate that, expand that, share that with the world, but also share your own unique talent and abilities with your island, with the Caribbean, with the world.
Wonderful, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We hope to be seeing a lot more of you around.
You will.
It was
I'm sure you
certainly
will.
wonderful. Well, all the best while
Great
you're
to
here.
meet you.
Awesome here as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paris was in our company and we had to talk about the new building because I know a lot of you guys was trying to figure out what's this thing about. Well, he explained that, and we also profited the opportunity to follow up on some of the villas, and maybe you might want to take a little getaway at one of them one of these good days. We caught up with Paris for one thing, but of course, you know that little building in the Rodney Bay area there, that's been on our minds. I know it's been on your mind. You've been trying to figure out what's going on there. This is the man right here. So we catch him. We're going to definitely break it down for you. At least we'll try. Paris, what's going on? You know a lot of people asking about our building, right?
Yeah, I did not know that.
What's going on there? Yeah, everybody, what's going on there? Because it's just brought that presence into the Rodney Bay area. What's that building about?
Honestly, it's a commercial center. Like, it's nothing really crazy. It's more like open space for people to rent. Eventually, because of the industry that I'm in, I want to create an opportunity to, put something like an event space or a nightclub at the top. Eventually.
Because I was just about to say, you saw this new building and you get excited with a lot of ideas, and you say, oh, it's nothing crazy really, and I said, I'm like, that kind of vibe.
I think our tourism is on the rise, and as we bring more artists and more entertainment here, it's not like they're being rented forever, you know what I'm saying? So when the opportunity arises, obviously we want to create promotion for the place and get it rented out for the time being.
Right.
But after that, we definitely want to start using it in
Let's
our
talk
way.
about the architectural, it's kind of cute. It's like really nice there, isn't it? It just stands out. What you've got a thing for that kind of thing?
We kind of use the same engineer or architect that we've been using our entire career building the houses. So we've just been chopping it up with him every time, and we just create different types of. I think this one is more similar to the Rodney Bay villa that we have, the kind of square, symmetrical kind of look to it. So yeah, that's really what we've been doing with that.
Right, and then let's talk about your villas. I know my son enjoyed his time here over the Easter at this particular location, but you also have locations in the Rodney Bay area. You have the Cap Estate area. What is your hope? What do you bring to that space? Because I find it was quite nice how the kids from the Castries Cambridge School were able to just book the villa and come and have such a wonderful time in an establishment like this. Definitely. So is that what you hope to do? Open up the scope so that more persons can feel inclusive, like especially the natives can feel inclusive to just take a getaway and come and enjoy that kind of life. Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, the goal that I've been trying to make for each villa is for you to not have to leave. You know what I'm saying?
But we have to live.
Leave.
Like
don't leave the villa. Everything is here.
But when everybody stay, how am I gonna book my?
You could come here. You could get a massage by the pool. You could go and play volleyball or soccer with your friends. There's a campfire there. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different things you could create in the music studio. So unless you have to leave, if you want to get food or whatnot, you could even order food if you want.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, unless you're going to an event, I want someone to have a time here where you don't have to leave. You can enjoy yourself. It's private. each location has its own vibe. This is more of like an event space. Everybody calls this the party house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We have anniversaries here, weddings here, birthday parties, events, all that kind of stuff. The other one in Rodney Bay, we just started launching it a year ago. It's about 14 bedrooms now. It's pretty big. I feel like it's the more modern side to things. It's not a party spot, so nobody book it for a party. But yeah, everything else. We actually just got a new place on the waterfront that is in the works. It's not fully ready yet.
Okay then.
It's two separate cottage vibes, and it has a waterfront area. So it's a nice.
So all of the places have their own character. So based on where you book, it's going to come with whatever, an
aesthetic
atmosphere.
you feel,
Right. But is there any restrictions in anywhere? Do you have like who can or who can't book your
No, there's no restrictions. As long as you respect the place and you're a respectable person, you can come and stay anytime.
Wow. Where can we book and all of that? Reserve at?
You can reserve at theparisvillas.com. You can DM us on the Paris Villas on Instagram. Or you can reach out to us directly. We have hosts that they have their contact on the website as well, and they'll be able to help you 24 hours.
What should I know when I'm booking a Paris Villa? No, well, apart from the fact that I might want to stay here and not move. But
I mean, I don't really know how to answer that question. What do you mean by that?
What do I need to know? Like, okay, I'm going to book a stay at the Paris Villa. Do I need to work with this? What is available? What is not available? How I can cook or a chef can be provided for me? What's going on?
We like to treat it as a la carte service.
Okay.
Right? So it comes with your basic amenities that are on property, but you also have the luxury of getting whatever you want. You can get a haircut at the villa, you could get a massage, you could get a private chef. All those through us. We have tours as well. So we could customize a package for you if you're coming for a week. If you're coming on a honeymoon, or if you're coming with like a family, or if you're coming even if as a sports team, whatever it may be, we can tailor your experience and put you wherever we see fit, or wherever you choose to fit.
All right, so it's Irie, man. No, everything is all right. Yes. Anything that crossed my mind, I just need to let you know.
Yeah. Tell me your vibe and I'll curate it.
That's right. I like it. It's an energy. I like it. Well, I'll be telling you my vibe soon. I'm trying to decide now if I want to do the party space or not.
All I'm saying is, if you're trying to book for New Year's or Carnival or Jazz, you better book like 5, 6, 7 months ahead.
Okay.
Because it gets booked out real quick.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard. So if you're thinking Jazz, forget it. For now, at least for now. Yeah, it's not now. Or Carnival too? Carnival is booked out.
Carnival is booked out.
Christmas,
we have a couple spots left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys see what's going on. You've got the information. What you do with it is up to you. Thanks again, Paris.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Suzanne from Studio Fit and Healthy 911 and myself, Shani, from SocaCize St. Lucia. Let's get ready to flaunt with SocaCize. This morning's workout is a cardio Soca Jam routine to Eat Man Money by Frost. Let's do this.
God made woman to eat man money.
Let's go.
Now let's see if she spend it.
No lawyer.
No lawyer can defend it.
Next time.
Can be broke if she buy sick.
Hey.
She go spend all your money.
Take the arms up. Let's go. For my low impact, step it out. Good. 4,
All fellas
3,
flex with it.
2. Shake it.
I working hard all my life. Cause I tell myself I want a wife.
Next side.
But no matter how I save,
4,
feel like
3,
she gon' put me
2.
in the grave.
Take it up. And
Money always spending. Me
4,
back account to
3,
drinking.
2. Next
At
side.
the end of the day, hear what
4,
old people
3,
say.
1, 2, 3.
God made man.
Hey.
Man made money.
Hey.
God made woman to eat
Let's
man
go.
money. Now man, if she spend it,
No lawyer.
no lawyer can defend it.
Get it up.
Can be broke if she buy sick. She could spend all your money.
Take the arms up. Let's go.
broke, spending endless money like woe.
1.
Women have them bad to the going to fast cash to get money.
Take it up.
Like they can't see a skirt pass. Dropping lines, people living brass.
Next side.
Forgetting what people say. Have enough man
This side.
suffering
One,
today
two, three.
because God made man.
Hey.
Man made money.
Hey.
God made woman to eat
Now
man
next.
money. Now like if she spend it,
Hour.
no lawyer can defend it.
Can't be broke.
Can be broke if she buy sick.
Woo.
She go spend all your money.
Now back.
Now like if she spend it,
No lawyer.
no lawyer can defend it.
Hour.
Can be broke if she buy sick.
We will spend.
She go spend all your money.
God made.
God made man.
Hey.
Man made money. God made woman to eat man money.
God made.
God made man. Man made money. God made woman to eat
Now-
man money.
Hey.
Now like if she spend it,
No lawyer.
no lawyer can defend it.
Can't be broke.
Can be broke if she buy sick.
She will spend.
She go spend all your money.
Take it up. Hey. To the end. 4, 3, 2, 1. Every cent. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Do remember to flaunt today.
Well, there you go. That is the Jazz Weekend. So you go on out and you enjoy every bit of it. Be safe. Remember to be safe. Have a ton load of patience because you're going to need it. And try as much as possible to work within the traffic management on the ground. Yeah, but go on out and have an awesome weekend, a safe one. And let's do this again on Monday right here for another DBS This Morning.